Bitcoin and Ethereum are dumping. The Fear and Greed Index is falling. What do we do now? What do we do now? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Davinci Jeremy. I'm 5x5 here in Dubai. Hope you're doing well on this lovely Monday morning after the ETF was approved on Thursday. And what? Isn't Bitcoin supposed to go up? Price supposed to go up, right? Well, because, there's only a limited amount. I don't get it. I don't get it. Why is Bitcoin going down? Oh boy, yes. Well, they pumped the market into this news and now they're dumping it, right? So that the people who are excited to buy the ETF, they get to buy at the top. That's how it works. Unfortunately, it's a nasty world that we live in, right? When it comes to the markets, because they're in it to make money, right? People that control this market, right, which is the institutional players, they wanted to push this market up, release the ETF, and dump it down. I was expecting that in the bull market, but hey, that's just, it didn't work out that way. So what do we do now? I'm going to show you something.
Just walk away, and I spare you lives. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror.
All right, yes, folks, you're just going to have to walk away and short the market. And if you want to do so, you do so at bybit.davincej15.com or toobit.davincej15.com. Links in the description below. Okay, let's start off with our first news item of the day. Rich Dad, Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki has expressed concerns about the rapid rise in the U.S. national debt, which ballooned by $1 trillion over a short period. The famous author urged investors to buy Bitcoin alongside gold and silver. Kiyosaki recently doubled down on his advice to increase his personal Bitcoin holdings. Other critics of the U.S. government's fiscal policies have also raised alarms about the increasing national debt, citing its potential to weaken both the U.S. economy and the U.S. dollar. Duh. I mean, here's the thing. We can look at this thing and you can see that it's rising really fast. It's so fast, right? I want you to understand how fast it is. It's doubled since 10 years ago. Doubled in 10 years. So let's just say it only doubles every 10 years, right? Every 10 years, the national debt only going to double. That's not going to happen. It's going to go to 5 years shortly, right? First, it's obviously going to go to 9, go to 8 and 7, 6, right? And then 5 years, because that's how exponential growth expands, right? It's always expanding rapidly. So this doubling effect is exponential. And so you can see how that's not sustainable. And every single Fed person who's ran the Federal Reserve, have said the U.S. government is not on a sustainable course. And they haven't done anything to stop this unsustainable course. So that's where we are. And if you don't know what the end result of this is, it is pretty basic, right? We've all seen it before. We haven't seen it before, but history has been written what happens every single time. And you could decide to ignore history or accept it as is and prepare for it. Choice is yours, right? And what it is basically, it wipes out everybody. Everybody gets wiped out. And since the US dollar backs all other currencies, doesn't matter where you are, you're all going to get wiped. And then usually ends with despotism, meaning that some sort of dictator comes into power, like, Hitler or something like that. And then we all suffer, right? Most likely people get killed. A lot of people get killed. So be ready for that. It is a sad reality of our human nature, but you have to accept it. And if you don't, that's fine. You don't have to. You can just go on about your life. But others who decide to accept reality and wants to protect against that, make sure that you do, right? That's up to you. Totally up to you. Okay. Meme coin market bucks a crypto downtrend with 3.2% rise led by Dogecoin and Bonk gains. Wow. Yes. The meme coins, they're I told you. Now, of course, SEBA's not in this, but they're coming back. They're coming to attack. So make sure you got your meme coin today. Recent data indicates despite general decline in the crypto economy, meme coin sectors have experienced a 3.2% increase in the last 24 hours. Notably, Dogecoin and Bonk have observed surges of 1.2% and 9%. Additionally, Sunday saw several meme tokens achieve gains in the double digits. So there you go. Memes are on the rise. So make sure you own some Shiba Inu. Yeah, a slight decline in Shiba, but that's okay. It's coming. It's coming. And Bonk took off a little bit, but it don't matter. Hold on to your sheeps, man, because it's gonna get scary. It's gonna get scary. Might want to hold a little bit of Bonk, right? Because I think there might be another run for Bonk. But don't go overboard. Don't go overboard. Don't go crazy, please. This is gonna bonk you in the head. All right. Unveiling Bitcoin Reserves, a deep dive into the holdings of the 6 top spot Bitcoin ETFs. Ooh, let's see here. In the initial 48 hours following the launch of US first spot Bitcoin exchange traded funds, data has emerged regarding the number of Bitcoins held by these funds. Currently, BlackRock stands at the forefront, all funds, Grayscale, BTC included, with a significant holdings of 11,439 Bitcoin. Additionally, Fidelity's Wise Original Bitcoin Fund, FBTC, and Bitwise Bitcoin Trust, BitB, also pose substantial Bitcoin reserves. Okay, I would like to see what the reserves are if they have them. BlackRock position boasted a whopping 11. That's BlackRock, 11,500 among the funds in BlackRock reserves substantial. Grayscales, which currently possess 600,000. Wow. Okay, I would like to see that on a blockchain. It indicates that BlackRock recently admits that BTC rises 1.8% of Grayscale's extensive holdings. Okay. Data from the Bitwise Bitcoin ETF revealed that the fund's net asset under management among the $250 million, according to that. Okay. Bitwise is likely to possess 5,500. Wow. Okay. That's good. So everybody's under basically 10,000 Bitcoin. So there we go. There's, let me see here. Ventic Bitcoin ETF named HODL 1,600. Okay, so nobody's like has outrageous numbers of Bitcoin in their funds yet, except for Grayscale with the 600. But let's see. I mean, this is a ridiculous number, right? And they should show, because it's such a high number, they should really show how they hold that, because it's possible on the MoFo blockchain. Okay? But I doubt they have that. But whatever. It is what it is. All right. Let's get on with the TA for today. Oh boy. Looking at the daily, you can see the Bitcoin came back to its the bottom of the EMA, the ribbons here, and then bounced. And it didn't bounce it bounced off of the Lucid Czar. That is going to get broken. Just so you know. That's not an indication that we are going higher. It's an indication that it's time to short, right? And if you want, you can short only to the break, but it's going to break further. Now, don't get it twisted, right? It's not going to go down that far, right? Let's just see. If we were to do a Fibonacci retracement, right? Because before we can say, okay, well, hey, you know what? How far this can go. Look, the $40,000 mark is the 38.2. So what you want to do is probably short it just below here, anywhere in this area right here. So let me just highlight that area. This is your take profit zone. Doesn't mean it's not going to go lower. It's just you're risking a lot. If it doesn't break further, you're risking a lot. Now, it most likely will come back above the rearrangements on the daily and then roll over once again. But 38.2 is its most likely target. Now, with that said, there's no guarantees that the 38.2 is going to be a bouncing target to bring it back above the 13, the EMA ribbons. It's just that price action generally does that when we're in a range area of the bull market. So right now, the bull market is not in a direct straight upwards momentum. We are going to have some downwards momentum, and this is where we're going to be coming down. Now, it will eventually come down to the 30,000, or even as close as far as the 88.6, which is the 28,000. I'm gonna put that mark right here because I'm going to show you something about that key area, right, which is right here. This is a key area that you want to pay attention to, right here, the 28-ish area, 28.3, 28, whatever you want to call it. And why is that? Well, let's go back. We're on the daily still. Okay, let's go to weekly and move this all the way down here. Look at that. What's there? The 61.8. Where did I short? 61.8. Right? This is what I shorted, right? I shorted the 61.8. Shorted right here. So there's a clear sign that we're going there. Now, can I hold my shorts all the way to the 61.8? Yes, I could. I could do that, right? It's probably not the greatest idea because the ETF's here, and there could be an outsized amount of buying that comes in, and you don't know what particular events that could occur that could actually make your trade invalid. Odds are we're going there, but there's no guarantees of that. So keep that in mind. Okay. With that said, I'm going to zoom back in, and you can see that's why I'm thinking right here. This is the target. This is your target for your trade, any kind of trade. This is where you might want to take some profits. If we come back up, you want to hit another trade and hit another short somewhere in here. We got to decide where that is after it bounces from here, if it even does, because it might not. It might break down all the way to this 38.2, right, very easily, or even down at the 33 area before it actually starts to bounce higher back up to the 40K. So that's what could possibly happen, just so you know. These are possible scenarios. I don't know which one will play out. So you want to take the safest route and maybe even take some profits in this red box here between the 40K and the 38K. Okay. Next is Ethereum. Look at the daily ribbon, right? We haven't even gotten close to the bottom of the ribbon. So this is where you take profits right here. So this is where Bitcoin's telling you where to take profits. When we get to the bottom of the ribbon, take profits if you're taking a short, the daily ribbon. So that's where your profit taking should be. Now let's go to take a look at where we can come back down to. Zooming, right? Yeah, 38.2. There it is. Right? So yeah. It's pretty much played out for you, right? Let's go to a weekly chart and see where else this thing could possibly break down to. I'm saying the $2,000 mark is probably the area where Ethereum should hold. I'm not 100% sure if that's the solid bottom. But yeah, there we go, the 38.2. So I'm not convinced that this is the right. Let's just ignore that and let's see if this is that wick brings us up. Let's see here. right here. Let's go to that one. No. So let's take this, and there is no other clear area except the fact that this was just a wick out. So let's just assume that's a wick out, and there it is, $2,000.38. Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, effectively, the $2,000 mark is the target for Ethereum's breakdown, and then a bounce off of the $2,000 mark to this area, this price target after we bounce is probably a good sign. Unfortunately, Ethereum doesn't like the 61.8 as much as Bitcoin does, so wouldn't be surprised if we end up here after the bounce into the bull market. If this happens in the bull market, don't expect it to like go all the way back down very far. It might just dip down a little bit, down to the maybe the 2,700, and then back and screw all your people. So we might see this like this, boom, and then it's off to the races. So yeah, be careful of that trade when it does come. All right, so who cares about the future, the trade? You want to know, what do we do now, Davinci? What do we do now? Okay, so we can see that the 61.8 is right back at the breakdown level. You can see there is a little bit of an M-ish pattern there, but it's not quite that defined, so I'm not going to count it. But you can see there was a serious resistance and support here. But be careful, because Ethereum loves its 78.6 more so than its 61.8. So I'm going to hit it here, right? If it gets up here, I'm going to add to my shorts. I already have a short in Ethereum, and I'm going to show that to you guys. Just one sec. So make sure you keep watching, right? And if you're interested in trading it, you can do so at toobit.davincej15.com or bybit.davincej15.com. Links are in the description below. Yeah, so that's where I'm going to hit it. 25.42. And then for Bitcoin, let's go down to the lower time frames, right? We have like railroad tracks that hasn't been confirmed on the 4-hour. Railroad tracks on these two candles are railroad tracks confirmed. So we can see this thing probably head right back into this right or at the top of the EMA ribbon on the hourly. So you can see it at the $43,000 very easily. So I'm going to hit it probably around the 49, 50, just because I like that number, 49.15 ish area. So if it doesn't, I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to hit this short again, bring down my stop losses significantly for my trade, so that I you know what, if it just continues higher, I will walk away, right? There's no reason why we should see a bounce this early, a very big one this early on in this dump. And if we do, it could be it could mean that Bitcoin could be reversing. All right, you can see that on CoinW, I have a trade here that's still going. I'm going to leave this, right, because I'm happy with that trade and entry of that trade, because it opened at exactly where I'm going to be hitting this thing again, Bitcoin again. Over here on Bybit, you can see my trades, right? They're at 58,000 and 11,000 for Ethereum. I'm going to be hitting Ethereum once again, hit my limit order. I'm going to go 25%. I'm going to add to this trade. I'm going to sell short. And I don't have to add the take profits because they just add it to my trade, my current trade. And yeah, 25.42 is where we said we're going to hit. Yeah, let me just verify that. 1.8. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's do it. I would prefer probably, that's the 78.6. Yeah, I just don't trust Ethereum. I'm going to go through the 78.6 because it just loves the 78.6. I'm going to stick to that. And if it doesn't do it, it doesn't do it, right? And then I'm going to sell short at that level. There we go. Order price, sell short, and there we go. I'm going to confirm that. Next, on Toobit, I am going to open a trade for Bitcoin at the $42,915. I'm going to go 50% of this portfolio here. Just going to do 10x. Yeah, I'm going to increase the leverage because I'm going to accept the stop loss of liquidation because it's not that much money to lose. And so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to hit short, sell short, open short. And there we go. Whoops. Did I actually hit the market? Oh, I hit the market. So whenever you do that, if you do that, just immediately, if you make a mistake, just close it out right away. Take the loss, close it out, and quickly change it to what it was supposed to be. 42,915 position number size. Yeah. So that's it. We all make mistakes, right? If you make that mistake, that's a key thing when you're trading. If you make a mistake, correct it right away. Don't go, oh, should I hold that? No. No. Okay, there we go. My order is set, and we'll see what it does in tomorrow's show. Make sure you stick around and to see what happens tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.